Hello. Okay, so hello grade 7. Good day everyone. So we are now sa tuang week 14. So atong lesson karon nga week is lesson 2.7. So this is all about ratio, rate and speed. So mo ni ato ang topic karon nga week class. Our objective in this lesson, you class will be able to solve problems involving ratio, rate, and speed. Okay, so after aning atong discussion, maka-learn na to ang pag-solve how to get the ratio, the rate, and the speed. So, listen carefully as I discuss our topic. Don't skip the video. So, kay narapay uban, mamili lag part nga ilahang lantawon. So, lantawan ninyo tanan ang video para masabtan ninyo ang process. Okay, are you ready? Let's start! Okay, so before we proceed to our discussion, let us define first what is ratio. Okay, anybody kakabaloon sa ratio? So, ratio is a comparison of two similar quantities. So, kung moana kag similar quantities, parehas sila og quantity. Okay, so duha ka buok. And then, or let's say that A and B. So, si A and B, mo ni sila ang two similar quantities. So, mo na gitawag na ito nga ratio. Okay. The ratio of A and B is defined as A is to B. Saan pagbasa, class? A is to B or pwede po siya fractional form in this manner, class. Naka-fraction siya. A is to B or A over B. Okay? Where B should not be equal to 0. So, kani si B, dapat dili siya 0. Okay? So, hingani, these are the forms of writing a ratio. Okay, ha? Next, and A and B are called terms. Okay? So, tawag nila terms. So, kani si A, kani si B, tawag nila terms. Okay? Nasabtan nun sa ratio, comparison of two similar quantities. Okay? So, para mas masabtan pag yun, let us have an example. Okay, so this time, let us have example number 1 in ratio. So, here is the question. There are 10 boys and 30 girls who joined drama club. Now, find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls. So, kinsay una gi-mention si boys, number of boys to the number of girls. So, how many boys joined the drama club? So, there are 10 boys. And then, how many girls joined in the drama club? There are 30 girls. So, 10 is to 30 ang ilahang ratio. Okay? So, class, question. Is this the final answer? Not yet, because this can be simplified. This is also written in this form, 10 over 30. It can be a fraction or it can be this form, okay? So, what is the simplest form of this? We have, so say common nila, class, 10. So, divide muna sila og 10. So, 10 divided by 10 is 1. 30 divided by 10 is 3. So, their ratio is 1 is to 3. Or, hinganiyon siya pagsulat, class, 1 is to 3. Okay? So, basin asa ni nila, basta our answer is 1 is to 3. Nakagets? Nakafollow? Sayon ra? Okay. Remember, nga dili pwede magbaylo ang ilang number. Teacher, pwede una si 30, dayon 10. No, dili ni siya equal, class. They are not equal. Why? Because kani si 30 mo ni ang number sa girls. Ang gipangutana, ratio ni boys unto the girls. So, dapat una si boys and then si girl dayon. Okay? So, dili ni sila equal. Okay, so let us have letter B. The ratio of the number of girls to the total number of members. So, number of girls to the total number of members. So, how many girls nga nag-join sa club? We have 30. How many members do they have in all? So, we have 10 plus 30. 10 ka boys, 30 ka girls. So, we have 40. So, 40 ka book members ani nga club. So, we have, ang question man is the ratio sa number of girls to the total number of members. So, we have 30 is to 40. Teacher, hagikan si 40, total number of members. 10 plus 30. Ana ha? Okay. Is this the final answer, class? Not yet, because 3 is to 40 can be divided into 10. So, we have 3 is to 4. Okay? And it can be also written in this form. Fractional form, we have 30 is to 40. So, we have also 3 is to 4. Okay? Nakagets? Sayon ra ang ratio? Sayon lang. Okay? Let us define first what is equivalent ratio. So, ano din ang equivalent ratio, class? Two ratios that have the same value. So, when we say, duha siya ka ratio, and then, parehas ang ilahang value. So, mo natong gitawag nga equivalent ratio. So, it can be expressed as A of B or A over B. So, and then, so, let us have an example. So, 1/4 is equivalent to 2 over 8 or 2 over 8 is equivalent niya si 1/4. So, giunsa pagkuha si 2 over 8. Okay. So, to get the equivalent ratio of an expression, we are going to multiply or divide the term by the same number. So, para sa ani si 1/4. Unsa man atong gi-multiply para makakuha ta og 2 over 8. So, we multiply 2 over 2. So, kung unsa imong gi-multiply sa denominator, mao pod imong i-multiply sa denominator. Okay? So, you multiply 2 in the upper, so dapat mag-multiply po kag 2 sa lower or sa denominator kay para equivalent ratio siya. Okay? So, 1 times 2, we have 2. 4 times 2, we have 8. So, hinganaon pagkuha sa equivalent ratio. Okay? Or it can be written in this manner. 1 is to 4 is equivalent to 2 is to 8. Yun sa pagkuha, gi-multiply sila by 2. Okay? Next example, we have 5 over 10. 5 over 10 is equivalent ratio niya si 1/2. So, nganong equal man sila? Because 5 over 10, gi-divide nimo silang duha, si numerator o si denominator, gi-divide nimo into 5. So, kung unsay mo gi-divide sa numerator, mo pod imong i-divide sa denominator. So, ga-divide ta og 5. So, we have the answer 1 over 2 or 1/2. So, 5 divided by 5, we have 1. 10 divided by 5, we have 2. Okay? So, timan-an gyud ninyo, class, in getting the equivalent ratio of a number, you are going to multiply or to divide the term into the same number. So, kung 2 imong gi-multiply sa numerator, 2 pod ay mong i-multiply sa denominator. Okay? Kung unsa imong gi-divide sa numerator, mo pod imong i-divide sa denominator. So, that's it lang. Okay? Or it can be written in this manner. 5 is to 10 is equivalent to 1 is to 1/2. Okay? Nagets ninyo sa equivalent ratio? Very good. So, let us have an example. Another example. Okay, so, let us have example in simplifying ratio. So, we have letter A, 1 is to 1/2. So, how to simplify this? Simply, we have to, what is their least common denominator, class? Okay, diba si 1 is a whole number, denominator of 1. So, what is the common between 1 and 2? So, it is 2. So, their LCD is 2. And then, to simplify this ratio, we have to multiply each term by their least common denominator. So, unsa gali ang ilang LCD, class? 2. So, kana siya, i-multiply nag 2, and then kana po si 1/2, the other term, i-multiply po nimo og 2. Teacher, nga nung i-multiply si 2 para ma-simplify. Ahagikan si 2, Hanigikaning to dire mo ni ilahang least common denominator or LCD. Okay, so we have 1 times 2, we have 2. And then 1/2 times 2, we have what? We have 1. Anong 1? Kay 1/2 times, diba si 2 understood nga na denominator nga 1? 1 times 2, we have 2. 2 times 1, we have over 2. So, 2 divided by 2, we have 1. So, 1/2 times 2 is equal to 1. Okay? Unsay tawag nato ni 1 is to 1/2 and 2 is to 1? Unsay tawag nato ani? They are equivalent ratio. Unsay tawag? Equivalent ratio. Unsa din ang equivalent ratio, class? For example, si 1 is to 1/2 is equal to 2 is to 1. So, they are example of equivalent ratio. And remember that ratio has no units. Okay? So, next example, para mas masabtan, letter B. So, we have example letter B. 1/4 is to 3 over 8. So, sa kalibuhaton, we have to look for a least common denominator or LCD between the two terms. So, we have, what is the LCD of 4 and 8? We have 8. So, multiply nimo ang first term, 1/4 times their LCD, which is 8. And then, S2, 3/8 times 8. So, again, nahagikan si 8, ilahang LCD. So, let us now simplify this. 1/4 times 8, we have 1 times 8 over 4 or 2. 8 divided by 4, we have 2. Okay? And then, 2 is 2. 3 over 8 times 8, we have. So, multiply lang din nato siya. 3 times 8. Teacher, aha kagikan ni 24 over 8. This is came from 3 times 8 equals 24. 8 times 1, we have 8. So, ato lang silang multiply. Okay? So, what is 24 over 8? We have 3. So, our equivalent ratio is 2 is to 3. Okay? So, this is now our answer. Okay? So, 1/4 is to 3/8 is equivalent to 2 is to 3. Okay? Sabtan? Very good. Okay, so let us have example letter A in rate. So, we have a car traveled 150 kilometers in 2 hours. So, pila man ang iyang rate, anak class? So, we have 150 kilometer over 2 hours. So, pila ang iyang rate? We have 150 divided by 2. We have 75. Yes? And then, ang unit is kilometer per hour. So, a car traveled 75 kilometer per hour. No? Kaya sa 2 hours man, 150 kilometers man ang iyahang ma-travel. Okay? Nasabtan ang rate. Another example, we have letter B. Okay? So, we have an electrician took 4 hours to complete a job. He charged 200 pesos for his service. So, pila man ang rate sa electrician ani class? So, we have 200 pesos over 4 hours. Kaya diba, nag-work siya 4 hours dahil yun ang iyang bayad is 200 pesos. Daw be, pila lugar ang iyahang rate or ang iyahang inuras. So, we have 200 divide 4, we have 50 pesos per hour. Teacher, gayon sa pagkuha si 50. 200 divided by 4, we have 50. And then, ang unit is peso per hour. So, 50 pesos per hour. Okay? So, hinga na ang rate. Okay, this time, let us discuss what is speed. So, unsa man ning speed class? Dili speed nga sabon ha? Speed kanang kakusgon, or speed is used for the rate of change of distance traveled. Okay, so we have the formula. Speed is equal to distance traveled over time taken. So, unsa ka layan na travel in that certain time. So, mo na ang speed. Okay? So, if the speed is unchanged during a period of time, it is called uniform speed. So, kung parehas lang kakusga gyud, constant gyud imong speed, mo na gitawag nato nga uniform speed or constant speed. However, it is difficult to maintain a uniform speed for a certain period of time. So, malabo kayo no nga ma-maintain gyud nato na siya nga speed except kung makina na ang gadala kay syempre na naman na siya control, but kung kita human or cars kay mag-operate sa cars, dili na to ma-maintain ang atoang speed. So unsa atong buhaton, we are going to get the average speed. Nganong nay average speed? Because we can't have a constant speed as human. We cannot have a constant speed. So, average speed ang atong gamiton. So, we have the formula in getting the average speed. We have total distance covered over total time taken. So, kung unsa ka kalaya naka-travel or unsa kalaya imuhang naadto, naabot, i-divide na to na siya sa total time nga imuhang undergo ana nga activity. So, mo ni siya formula. Total distance covered over total time taken. So, para mas masabtan ninyo, let us have an example. Okay, so, let us have example in average speed. So, we have the average speed of a car for the first 3 hours is 70 km per hour. Its average speed for the next 2 hours is 80 km per hour. Find its average speed for the whole trip. Okay, so we have the formula. Total distance covered over time taken. So the total distance covered is 70 km per hour for 3 hours. And then plus 80 km per hour for 2 hours. Diba? Nagdagan man siya og 70 km for the first 3 hours. So, we have 70 times 3. Plus, kay gipangita man nato ang total distance niya. And then, plus, dagan po siya sa next 2 hours niya is 80 km per hour. Okay? So, we have 70 times 3. We have 210. Plus 80 times 2, we have 160. Naka-follow? Okay. And then, 210 plus 160, we have 370 kilometer. Okay? So, this is now the total distance traveled by a car. Okay, next is, nakuha naman na to ang distance. We are going to get the time taken. So, total time taken. So, we have 3 plus 2. Tsurahan ni gikan si 3 and 2. Gikan ni 3 hours for the first 70 kilometers and 2 hours for 80 km per hour. So, we have, ang total time na to tanan is 5 hours. Okay? Okay. Na-supply na ba na to ang given? Yes. We already have the total distance covered and also the total time taken. So, can we now get the average speed? Yes, we can. Okay, so we have... Okay, so what is the total distance covered? We have... Dari lang ta mag-solve class ha. We have 370 kilometer over total time taken. We have 5 hours. Okay, so what is the average speed of a car? So we have 370 divided by 5. So we have 74 kilometer per hour. So this is now our answer. So si 370 divide nimo og 5. So we have that average speed of a car is 74 kilometer per hour. Okay? Naka-follow, naka-gets? Very good.
So, for your activity, you are going to answer the following class. Sa lesson 2.7 sa inyong books, you are going to answer try it 1, try it 2, and try it 3. Okay, write your answer in one whole sheet of paper. So, dili nyo kalimtan inyong pangalan and also the week. So, for this activity, this is week 14. Okay, submit this karong December 6, 2021. Okay, again, December 6. If you have questions, pwede mo makatawag sa kuang number. Pwede po mo maka-chat sa kuha. Pero mas prefer na ko kung mutawag mo para ma-directa mo og tubag. Okay, so that's all for this week, class. God bless everyone and happy answering. Bye-bye.